MandM Direct have been trading for over 30 years. We're an online off-price fashion retailer. We sell some of the biggest brands in clothing and footwear to customers directly at big discounts. We now have over 3 million active customers. We have a core business in the UK, but we do sell throughout Europe. We have 7 localized websites in European markets like France and Germany, and we ship to countries all over Europe. To give you an idea of the scale of MandMDirect.com, the website gets over 100 million visits per year. We sell over 300 brands in any given year at M&M. So as mentioned, some of the biggest brands that you would know from clothing and footwear. We send over 400 million emails out to our customers every year. And on MandMDirect.com alone, we show over 600 million pages of product every year. If we look back at the time we sent our final catalogue 5 years ago, our data looked very much like this slide you see in front of you. So a typical kind of siloed data environment. We had on-site engagement data in one place. We had product stock information in another. We had different teams working on these data silos, and they were all experts in their own particular area of data, but there was no way to join it all up and paint a kind of full picture of the M&M experience that our customers were getting. So we looked at this and said, what can we do to kind of help this data process? How can we make things better? We decided the way forward would be to bring all of this data together into one place. For us, that was Google BigQuery. We chose BigQuery as big Google Analytics users. It was a logical next step for us to use the kind of one-click Google Analytics importer into BigQuery. And then once we had that initial big source of data there, it made sense to add everything else to that. Looker critically gives us that semantic layer where we can define a business-wide dictionary of dimensions and measures for M&M, and it means our business users can get stuck into getting value from building reports, dashboards, running queries without having to worry about whether they're using the right definition of revenue or the right definition of a particular product type. So we centrally manage all of that as a small team, and then that really frees up all this data then to be used by anyone across the business. So we have an environment today where all of our business data is collected in BigQuery in real time. So every day we're collecting millions and millions of rows of interaction data on how our customers are moving through our website. My team are always looking for ways to leverage this data for business value. One project that was proposed by our e-commerce team was, can we use this information to alert on the performance of the website in real time, to leverage this data to show if there are any issues, if our customers are experiencing any pain points, anything that's stopping our customers making a purchase or getting the best experience possible. When we're collecting such a huge amount of data, that's really hard to do in real time. So we spoke to Datatonic, we outlined this problem, and we asked for their help in giving real-time alerting to the business so that we could react more proactively to any bad experiences our customers were having and fix them before they became big issues.
What we needed to do was allow a business user to set up an alert based on a key performance metric. So the components are, we have BigQuery, and BigQuery is a warehouse where, as Ben said, all of our data is, and that's where all the live streaming data is going in. Then we have Looker, and only other thing we need to do here is just use Looker now. That's it. And then once the modeling is done, we're actually using Looker's scheduler in order to send the alerts out. So that's what the end user sees. They see the explore and then the scheduling features, which they can then set up. So the key metric would be what my count of order should look like. And if it doesn't look like that, we need to send an alert out. But that number that we need to, what we expect, needs to change throughout the day. This isn't a hard-coded number that we need. If we expect 2 orders to be coming in at midnight, but actually by the time we get to midday, we would have expected that day's worth of orders to be 2,000, we need to account for that. So every 5 minutes, we're checking what the orders should be for that day up to that point in time. So 2,000 orders up till midday. By the time we get to 1 o'clock, it should be 2,100 orders. And we need to check that we're hitting those metrics and we're not far off. If we happen to be quite substantially away from those metrics, either up or down, then we want to be sending an alert. And the way that we do that is we look at weighted averages. You could also flip it on its side and do a more predictive approach. So we also put in the ability, if you wanted to select a linear regression model, which would predict what your value should be. And if you're quite substantially away from that, then again, it will alert. So the user is able to set these alerts up themselves. So they can say, give me an alert on order count. I want to check this every 5 minutes of the day. And I want to use either weighted averages or a linear regression model in order to predict. And I'm going to tweak my sensitivities and my numbers based on a couple of dials. It's also a near-time warning system, and we're not having to use any other tools outside of what MandM Direct already had. So we worked with what we had. We had Looker. Let's make it in Looker. Let's not try and create any other plugging systems together. We're using lots of different services. There's just no need. And of course, it's customizable exactly to how you require it. Your analysts can set it up. It doesn't require a data engineer to go and do. And it allows you to action on your operations.
So in terms of what this project has been able to do for the business, it's obviously given us that real-time reporting system that we wanted. And we're able to alert on any issues or any friction that our customers are experiencing on the website in almost real time. And the value that adds to us, especially during a period like our Christmas trading period or our peak trading period, where literally every hour we're taking thousands of orders. So any kind of small issue that lasts even half an hour can cost the business a considerable amount of money. So being able to react to them really quickly has really been invaluable.